Hey, welcome back everyone, Mike Zero here once again. Today, we are diving into Star Wars Episode VIII. Now, before I get to today's subject, I just want to kindly ask each and every one of you that if you happen to be new here to the channel, please do make sure to subscribe if you end up enjoying the content for today. Thank you all so very much, it is greatly appreciated. Now, moving on to today's subject, we are looking at Episode VIII, Luke Skywalker, and flashbacks. Now, we have heard various leaks that Star Wars Episode VIII will be flashback heavy, and the flashback sequences will be very, very dark, and it will tell the story of Luke Skywalker's past. And it really makes you wonder exactly how dark was Luke Skywalker's past. How dark was it really? And it really got me thinking here. It came to a point where we do know that he was very close with Lor San Tekka, who got killed by Kylo Ren at the village on Jakku. And what's really interesting to me is when you look at Luke Skywalker as a character in The Force Awakens, at the very end, when Rey finds him, you do see a lot of sadness in his eyes. I also see some frustration, and I see some fear as well. It's like a mixture of three different emotions on his face. And when I'm looking at him, I really can feel this dark past for Luke Skywalker. So for Lucasfilm and Disney to toy around with the idea of a flashback being very, very dark and dealing with Luke Skywalker's past, because that is what has been said, guys, is that the flashback or flashbacks will have to do with Luke's past. And it makes a lot of sense now as to why he would have two outfits in Episode VIII. It has been said that he has a black robe, and it is true. There have been pictures that were shown to MakingStarWars.net. Even myself, a couple of months ago, was given an image of himself inside of a clock and alongside with Rey. And what's interesting to me is that it could have to do with the past, and he could also sport that black robe in present time as well. But I think that a majority of that black robe will be presented in the form of flashbacks. As we saw, guys, once again, in the Force Awakens flashback scene, we see him sporting that dark black robe, and he's got the white sleeves and whatnot. So I do think that the black robe, in its majority, will have to do with flashbacks. Now, what will the flashbacks consist of for Luke Skywalker? Honestly, I think it would be very, very cool if they showed us Luke and Kylo Ren when they were still good. We do know that they were still together, alright, as uncle and nephew on good terms, just 6 years before The Force Awakens, if you read the novel by Claudia Gray, Bloodline, which has to do mainly with General Leia and her views on everything. It's very political, but it also goes into Luke and Kylo Ren very briefly. And I think that there will be this dark, dark flashback scene that shows us exactly why Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren had a fallout. I really do. I think they're going to dive into that. It will also connect to the backstory of the Knights of Ren. So, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? And if you did end up enjoying the content for today, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. And lastly, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. Thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.